That was supposed to be an evil laugh? These videos are blowing up by state human. This is the first one. We have North Korea here with a nuclear bomb, as you can see. And they're here with the USSR and China. So clearly this is like the 1950s, probably during the Cold War. And oh no, little South Korea is looking not good. Holy crap. And I love the reference to the old. Look at, you can kind of see, I mean, basically, if you think about it, it wasn't that long ago when Japan was empire status and they were doing crazy stuff. I wanted to say something else, crazy shit. So basically, this is a metaphor for the Korean War. I just want to say, man, these edits go way harder than they ever should. Even if you don't agree with the edits, this one's fine. Even if you don't agree with the sentiment of the edits, you have to admit this goes hard. So this video basically is showing when South Korea was looking like this in September 1950, only holding on to their city of Busan and looking like they were going to lose the entire war. And then obviously backup arrives with the US and apparently all these other nations, Thailand as well. I'm gonna be completely honest, I forgot a lot of these nations did aid South Korea during that war. There's Thailand and Ethiopia and Greece and Colombia and the Netherlands and Luxembourg. What did Luxembourg do? I think it's way deeper when you go into medical support and then other support. Wow. And there they are. There's Japan. I wonder what that means though. What did Japan do? They helped obviously with their proximity to the Korean Peninsula, just to be a base for supplies. But also they have a fundamental reason to help the South Koreans because they didn't want the Chinese or the Soviets or anyone, the North Koreans, right off their coast like that. They needed at least kind of a friend there in that peninsula. So yeah, this does check out the UK, Turkey, the Philippines, Thailand, France. Again, that video is by Stayed Human. Please go subscribe. Now here was the real controversial one. The one with Israel here. Again, this trend here and the animation, it just goes so hard. So we've got an Israel here with the USA and the UK, and obviously you know who's going to be on this side. There's Palestine crying, but here's Saudi Arabia, there's Egypt, there's Iran, there's Turkey, there's Russia and China. I guess they... did they do like the Dragon Ball Z thing where they connected or something like that? What's that called again? Fusion. This is obviously the video that got all the views because, yeah, I'm sure a lot of people had to say stuff in the comment section. Damn, yeah, 18 million views. Didn't even realize Russia became the Soviet Union for a second there. Oh, that's Russia, and then they go back into being a Soviet Union. I thought this was half China. That wouldn't make any sense. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here's NATO. I don't know who this was gonna be. NATO, the USA, and the UK. So we have another one that, is that BRICS? Saudi Arabia, Iran, Egypt, Russia, India. Yeah, this is BRICS, I see. Is this their new flag? When was this their new flag? Or maybe it's kind of always been there, I guess, with these colors. So BRICS did expand, but there's all these new potential members at some point here. It still bothers me that Kazakhstan's not in it. It's because they're a brick in the country ball universe. Now remember, BRICS isn't necessarily supposed to be in opposition to NATO. It's more of just like something to counteract the US dollar. This is not yet a military alliance. That's the biggest thing to remember. Egypt looking freaking insane. It is starting to feel a little scary though, yeah, I will admit that. Here we go, here's a World War II version. We have the NATO Germans, Italy, and Japan. Oh yeah, that's right, and it's the Soviets. This is how the trend first started, and it's just funny that they use the Soviets as like the one that was trembling and crying. I feel like this should have been France, but I do like the girl French design though. I'll say that. That sounds weird. I don't mean it in a weird way. What makes these videos though so successful on the shorts algorithm is when you split them up like this, because now you have two different storylines happening, which means people are going to have to watch the reel, you know, over and over again to see like what's going on, because these two are not connected, as you can see. So we already watched the North Korean one. This is a country ball edition right next to it. Obviously that's Israel with all their allies. The Israel animation's a little bit more, I think, evil in this one. This is just a funny one because all of the... Wait, Poland? Oh, it's Indonesia, I think. Yeah, Morocco. Oh, okay, yeah. And then the China and Russia faces at the very end. I like that the country ball version of this meme doesn't try to be all epic and cool. It's just country ball, you know. That was by State Ball Shorts. Israel and Palestine hold... Oh, wait, no. Israel and Iran? Israel and Palestine hold this flag. Let's see what happens. Start when? Who can hold their breath for the longest? Is it... I'm trying to think of the... Oh, what the hell did I just watch? Bro, it's Iran, not Palestine. Thank you so much for putting Iran in your videos. Hey, people get so excited. I don't get that trend at all. Main religion of the two. Well, that's Islam. We have Israel obviously choosing Judaism. People say I pronounce that wrong. Judaism. I thought Judaism. Obviously the US is Protestant. They're not Islamic. We have India with Hinduism. The other one was Buddhism. This is Eastern Orthodox over Protestantism. North Korea is, oh, that's atheism, I believe. China also... Oh, really? I thought that they were supposed to, aren't they supposed to be irreligious? Buddhism here for Thailand. Some of those religious symbols can go over your head. The only reason why I can recognize them is because of the Civilization series. You don't have to know them all, but I will say it definitely helps up here. So these are basically just countries choosing between two different religions, obviously, and whatever's their most popular they're going with. Most Chinese people are either non-religious or practice a combination of Buddhism and Taoism. I thought I've read statistics that China is the most atheist country in the world, but how does that work? Just because of the amount of population? No, this says there's 33% of them are Buddhists, which is bigger than the non-religious part. Is this old data? Is this data from 2016? Is the new stuff from 2023 that actually there's a lot of Buddhists? I'm guessing this information has come from the Chinese government, and that's why it's sketchy. I don't know how else to describe it. Sketchy. North Korea's main religion, Kim Jong-un. Yes. Here's another one. This time, well, we watched one of them here with Palestine, but I'm watching the new one with, well, we actually already saw. Oh, is this? Oh, these are people. These are countries picking the religion they maybe don't like or they have the least of. So France here picking Hinduism. Yes. I think this is just like probably the least amount of population they have that follow inside their country. So France doesn't have very many Hindus. And India doesn't have very many Protestants, of course. That makes sense. Not very many Protestants in Palestine either. China doesn't have a lot of Protestants or Christianity. I guess I should say Christianity, since it's an umbrella term. There's Catholics and Protestants inside of the Christianity umbrella. South Korea doesn't have a whole lot of people following Islam in their country. I'm assuming that's where he got all this data from. Technically in France, whatever other, I guess Hinduism is coming in under 1% because they're not even listed here. Just wish I knew what the other religions category was. What else is included in that? History of Russia. We have Russia in World War I, Russia in the Civil War, and they turn into the USSR. They beat Germany, then they need help, and then they NATO, and then the UK flexing on Russia and Germany getting their revenge. Man, these videos got some crazy messages. Yeah, this is a really quick. Okay, that's World War I. Germany is dying. The thing is, like in this shot, Russia should be fighting themselves, like literally punching themselves in the head because they have like the Bolshevik Revolution and all that. So boom, they're going down. Then they become the USSR. There's this epic battle with the No Germans. Obviously, everything's burnt in the background. This is them walking alone, and then they turn back into Russia. 1991. The USSR falls apart. They obviously need work. They become a puppet of NATO. Is basically what they're saying. So we have like an evil USA. There's nothing better than like evil propaganda posters of the US. I don't know why we Americans love it so much. They make us look so crazy and evil, and I guess certain people embrace that. But I mean, the UK just looks like they're kind of there, and then obviously Germany trying to get their revenge still, because at the end of the day, Germany and Russia, they've been battling it out for the whole last century. They're gonna probably continue to do that. There's some interesting videos, man. I can see how they're getting so much attention. The USSR versus Germany. With epic 8-bit music sounds. And then we have Japan in the background. China and Italy, and the heck is this? I mean, I guess I'm supposed to be scrolling through it on my phone, so you're just supposed to look at it for 2 seconds and be like, oh, that's cool, and then just keep on scrolling, I suppose. But yeah, this is the epic battle. This is like the, why was I thinking like Revenge of the Sith? I was gonna say like Obi-Wan Kenobi versus, Anakin, but I mean, I guess the USSR could be Obi-Wan Kenobi, and this is Darth Vader. Yeah, that makes the most sense since, you know, like Stormtroopers, Darth Vader, the Star Wars evil guys were based off the No Germans. I like how like the USA and Japan are just kind of watching in the background. They're not even fighting each other. They're first seeing what happens here, but they were going to do some fighting. And then this is like a random combination. The UK and China were obviously working together, and then Italy was just kind of there, so they were all just kind of confused. I mean, some of this is based off the trends, and I'm not like going through the audios and seeing what the other trends are of this sound, so that is part of the reason. Dang, look at all the people that just react to this stuff. I noticed that this is becoming a big thing. They just like put themselves in the corner and they're just like, how is that? I don't understand. Whatever. Germany, fatherland, Russia, motherland, World War II, family fight. All for their son Poland too, if you think about it. Well, kind of. Not necessarily, but kind of. USSR and Germany arguing. Meanwhile, other countries, sus. The majority of those videos were by Stayed Human. Please go subscribe. The animations are beautiful. Big thanks to the patrons. Month 1 in Drew's basement. KansasWasMentioned. I can't sleep without Drew's voice. Drew's Argentinian Grandpa. I'm back, Amateur boys. Archaeology. aPhatNarwhal. Carmel Saida. DaBeautiful-MEGAN-Underwood. InquisitorXarius. KirinoIsBestGirl. Tambre. Tyrol. The Mexican KingBearHaze. Fredrik Tibblin. And ZaneyBoi.